Hey everybody, welcome back to The Loop, where we are continuing to look together at the book of Joshua. If you're reading through this book this week, you are likely coming across some verses that are causing you to cringe. You may even be scratching your head with all kinds of questions about the way God commanded his people to act in war. For example, in Joshua chapter 10, verses 36 to 39, God's people went into three separate cities: Hebron, Debir, and Libnah. When they went into those cities, we're told that they left no survivors. They totally destroyed the city and everyone in it. For some people, that causes a lot of questions. And for some, it feels harsh, maybe even cruel of God to treat people that way. I mean, why would God allow that? Or why would he even command that? First, you need to know that there is some degree of hyperbole going on here, some degree of the author exaggerating the situation. It's a form of literature. The people from the towns that are apparently destroyed in Joshua 10, they're still around in Joshua chapter 15, verses 13 to 15. In fact, God's people are told, don't do business with the people in those cities, and they're even told, don't marry the people in those cities. So there was a form of literature that's obviously being used to describe these battles. Again, it's called hyperbole. The author is exaggerating the situation. Second, you need to know that the people who lived in the land of Canaan, they were very ungodly people. In fact, if you go back and read in Leviticus 18, you'll read about all kinds of sexual immorality that were practiced in these cities. But even more disturbing than that, if you read Deuteronomy chapter 12, verses 29 to 31, you will see that these people were practicing child sacrifices. And so in a very real way, God used these battles to wipe out some really evil people from the world. Finally, I want you to go back and I want you to read Joshua chapter 9. That chapter tells the story of some ungodly people called Gibeonites. Now, these people, they heard about the God of Israel, but instead of resisting God, they actually turned to God and submitted their lives to him. When that happened, these people weren't killed or wiped out or destroyed. Instead, treaties were made and grace was given. In closing, I want to say this, that these are really tough passages, but I want you to know there are really good answers. When we examine the text more carefully, we go from questioning God to being confident in the goodness of God.